Been a while since I did one of these. Mostly because I've been discouraged. The end of the year is coming. It's another History of the EU Fandom live stream by Christopher Nelson and Dylan waiting to happen. What can we look forward to in 2024? Well, we're still waiting on those Hungarian Han Solo novels. There's some other stuff. But there's definitely stuff to be looking forward to next year, for sure. And hopefully as people get more time, as there'll be less holidays and stuff going on in the beginning parts of 2024, hopefully more people will dive into reading Supernatural Encounters. As that's a 900 book epic just waiting to be touched by so many people. Or many people have started but haven't finished it, so hopefully that can change next year and I can have more discussions with new people about Supernatural Encounters. Going into 2024, I'm not exactly sure. Last time I did a topic video, I just wanted to talk about unification for the EU fandom. Because it seemed like in 2014, everybody was pretty much on the same page. They were upset that Lucasfilm, Disney, took away our stories. And now it's more mixed on the internet. Some people are glad it's gone. That wasn't the sentiment in 2014. Apparently it is now. By some. And that's fine. But I'm not willing to fight or to give up, even if it's having to fight within the very fandom that I've cared about so much. You know, I'm not gonna get into drama or anything. I refuse. But I will keep talking about Star Wars, and I'll be honest, positive or negative. But I will continue to always love the expanded universe. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, 2019 was a bad year for me. COVID was bad for everybody. The EU got me through it. EU, outside of the EU, you know why I think the EU matters to me more than just being a bunch of stupid books and comics and video games for nerds to check out. It got me through a rough time, and I met all of you. Marcel, Brennan, Greyholm, Ken, Maxine, Al, Lance, so many others. Surfer Eddie. I got to meet all these people. A lot of them in person, thanks to Legends Con. All because of the EU. I started making reviews in my bedroom because, mainly for myself, just as like an archive of my thoughts. Because if I was going to be stuck at home, why not record it? Have some fun. I didn't expect anybody to watch. It wasn't about that. It was just for my enjoyment. And then people started watching. And I've talked to Matt face to face online. He was my hero. Got to talk to Chris. I text Chris on Facebook. I have his email. We talk about Doctor Who and stuff. Like I watched the guy for like 2 years. And now I could just text him and he's okay with that. Like Brendan and Marcel, I got to meet them. People I would have never known if I never got into the EU. So yeah, there is some emotional stuff there. Maybe I care about the EU more than a normal person should. But it's also because of what it's done for me. And I think that's beautiful. I don't know about you. But in 2024, I'm going to continue advocating for more EU. Because more EU is a good thing for everybody. Even, again, there's so much potential and possibility in any era, any time period, to get more stories, to have more time with the characters we love. There's a 6-month gap in between, uh, the last Young Jedi Knights book and New Jedi Order. Maybe there's some stories that happen there. It can happen before any stories that are controversial. And there you go. More EU, more time to spend. But also, regardless of how people's opinions and stories, more stories is good because, you know, isn't it selfish to, like, no, we shouldn't get any more because we personally feel this is bad? Like, if K.W. Jeter wanted to write a fourth book about Boba Fett, I wouldn't be like, no, because some people really like those books. And I would want them to get more out of it. I mean, I'd have to suffer through another one, but at least they would get more. And that's great. They'd have something to be happy about. Disney people get stuff left and right. We get scraps, and that's sad because we're fans too of Star Wars. We, maybe not me, but the people that were fans of Star Wars from the 90s onward, they kept Star Wars alive through the expanded universe. And Lucasfilm's not really shown gratitude for that. They've forgotten what the fans did to keep them alive because no one cared about Star Wars in the late 80s anymore. We had Back to the Future and thousands of others movies coming out in the 80s. Star Wars had its time. It was fading away. It was the EU that kept it alive. But I will continue to advocate for more stories. It will have been 10 years next year since the EU was discontinued. A decade. And it's truly a shame, and I will continue fighting because, there's just so many more amazing stories to be told. And we need at the very least, a true ending. To the novels, at least. Because the legacy comics are its own thing that aren't truly connected to anything. So I will continue to advocate for more. And I hope you do too. And in case I have apparently been misunderstood, it doesn't matter your opinion on a book. It doesn't matter how many books you've read. It doesn't matter if you've only played KOTOR. It doesn't matter. If you like something in the EU, if you genuinely love it, you are a fan. Right? You're not a fake fan if you don't like this thing or you do like this thing. You're not, you are a fan of the EU if you like anything within it. That's all it takes. But I hope that come next year, we can come together, we can celebrate the EU, and advocate for more. And this should be a thing with everyone. This shouldn't be something to fight over. Regardless if Disney ruins it with their, people freak out because they worry there's gonna be too much politics or whatever, and I shut up. It's fine. Like, if it ruins it, don't read it. It's fine. Just like there's stories that I don't like. You just don't read it. But for the people who do like it, they get more. It's selfish to not wish for more, because it won't hurt you. It won't affect you. It will only affect the people who are reading it. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to bring everybody together. I wanted to, but I'm not Mel Wilkins. I'm not Christopher Nelson. I'm just a guy. I'm trying my best. But I hope you all have an amazing 2024. And I hope you continue to advocate for more EU stories. I know it's been 10 years, but I'm not willing to give up yet. I'm still young. I got time to waste. I'll fight it for a good long while before I'll give up. To more EU. And to more loving the expanded universe. May the force be with you. And have an amazing 2024. Till next time. Bye-bye.